Institution Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Soil types and water holding effects of soil on vegetation. The soil gives plants support, in addition to harboring animals, supply of mineral salts, and the production of vegetation. Types of soil are as follows: 1. Sandy soil. 2. Loamy soil. 3. Clay soil. 4. Laterites. The sandy soil. Their particles are coarse, loosely bound, and have poor nutrient and water holding capacity. They have very low capillarity and are well drained. Nature of vegetation. Because they are poor in plants' food, they only allow the growth of grasses. For the loamy soil, they are mixtures of clay and sand particles with a higher proportion of organic matter. They are more fertile than either clay or sand. They are finer than clay, usually moist, richest in terms of plant nutrients, and drains lesser than sandy soil. Nature of vegetation for loamy soil. As they are the richest form of soils, they support rainforest vegetation. The clay soil. They are made up of smallest and finest particles. They have water retaining capacity. They reduce and form lumps when dry. They are dark and sticky to touch when wet. The nature of vegetation for a clay soil is their inability to make water readily available to plants, make it difficult for some plants to survive. Crops like yam and cocoyam thrive in clay soils. The laterites. These are earthy, granular or concretionary mass, chiefly of iron and aluminium oxides and hydroxides, occurring as a layer or as scattered nodules in tropical soils. They are impervious to water and contain little nutrients. The nature of vegetation for laterites. This allows the growth of mostly grasses. Advantages of vegetation to soil. 1. It prevents the loss of humidity. 2. It protects the soil from leaching. 3. It prevents the soil from erosion, especially cover crops. 4. The roots and underground stems and stolons help in binding the soil particles. 5. The leaves, especially broad ones, protect the soil from getting the sun's heat directly. 6. Fallen leaves, as well as those cut, rotten to add more nutrients to the soil. Simple measuring instruments of ecological factors. The table provides instruments for measuring the following ecological factors. For temperature, maximum and minimum thermometer. For relative humidity, wet and dry hygrometer. For rainfall, rain gauge. For light intensity, light meter and photometer. For wind direction, we have the wind vane. For wind speed, we have the anemometer. For the air pressure, we have the aneroid barometer. For number and type of animals in different soil samples, we have the tall green funnel. For collecting tiny organisms that live in the soil, we have the Berman funnel. For keeping earthworms, we have the wormery. For turbidity, we have the Secchi disc.